It's the NFL.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9.
Zappe.
And a quick throw here that's complete. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Zappe looks to throw it.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Allen again. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown!
Gabriel Davis.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Beats will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Zappi, throw fighting Thornton over the middle. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Zappi on 3rd down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown, then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here's Zappi trying to forget that pick six on the last drive.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Zappi's throw into the hands of Henry here.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Zappi working from the gun. He's got his man, Thornton. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because This has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Zappe now on 1st and 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zappe from the gun on 3rd down.
Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Now Zappe. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 1st and 10, Zappe.
Complete. It's Henry.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the 17,
Zappe
toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Again, it's Zappe.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now Dobbins again on second down, and he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Now Zappe. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. Now Dobbins again on second down.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. New England on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
On 4th down, it's Zappe. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
And Zappe to throw.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Here's Zappe.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patterson. This is Cordero Patterson. Remember, he won a ring with the Pats. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Man open, it's Toney. He's got it.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Allen steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
New England's offense set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Got his man, it's Thornton.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Allen to throw it.
Open man right side is Tony.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good strong throw and catch
Right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Touchdown! Dawson Knox. 26 yards.
And the Beats are able to add on to their first half lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
To throw again on second down.
Zappi. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And some room to work. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
They'll throw again with Zappi.
Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Looking to throw, Zappi.
And he comes back with one complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Zappi. Throw finding Thornton over the middle. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Zappi working from the gun. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
Hunter Henry, as the first half is winding down.
And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time like
Cordell Patterson, the 30. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, where it was the visiting Jets were able to get the road victory. Zach Wilson leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we head cross-country to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Michael Thomas a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Trey Lance with a couple of touchdown passes. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, on the other side, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Second half will start with a run by Patterson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Allen looks to throw on second down. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Throwing is Allen on third. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. To about the 26 here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Zappe back to throw.
And he'll just get rid of it. Now Lutz for the field goal try. He hit his first. Now this from 43.
The kick by Lutz is good.
And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here's Allen. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Touchdown! Cordero Patterson from 13 yards out. And the Beats take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New England. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Allen now looks to throw. And this one's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen going to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get to place on offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played,
All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Zappe from the gun.
He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Dobbins trying the left side.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Now Zappe will go to the air.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it. As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Give to Patterson, running to the right.
And he takes this across the 15 to the 17.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
On 2nd and 9. Allen, left side caught by Diggs. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Throw left side complete. That's Davis.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to the ground now. Patterson down to about the 45.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once more, they turn to Patterson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cordarrelle Patterson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Beats are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Bass on for the extra point.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England's offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Zappe.
That's taken in by Callaway. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now Zappe.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Fourth down now. Here's Zappe. He's got his man, Thornton. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Zappe now on 1st and 10. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes. Just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly. Got in there and made the play.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Zappe targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got his man. It's Thornton.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 4th down, it's Zappe.
He finds his man, complete. It's Stevenson.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And now Zappe. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now Zappe.
Being chased out. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
A tough spot here after that sack. Zappe and the Pats now face a 3rd and long.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Fourth down. Here's Zappe.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale.
Yeah.
Because they were wondering, 3 for 3 getting converted on 4th down. That percentage is way high. They hadn't stopped them at all. Finally, they get a stop. They can get to the sidelines now and rest a little bit.
Patterson running between the tackles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one, but incomplete.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
This just 32 yards officially from the right hash.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25
Personal
there.
foul, roughing the passer,
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Throwing again on second down.
Zappe
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Zappe throwing for it on fourth.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and we're never headed.
So for Brooklyn, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for New England, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on the